Hello once again, folks, and let's talk about PowerPoint option. And which one are we focusing now? We are focusing on the advanced option. An advanced option has a lot of other things that we will cover, and I will promise you I'll go really fast so this way you have an understanding as well as you will save a lot of time. So let me go straight into our file, option, and then advanced. Advanced is the advanced option for working with PowerPoint. The first section is editing option. When selecting, automatically select the entire word, sorry. When you have this checked, then what it means is if you are highlighting this and by double clicking, it will highlight that entire word. I don't know why I'm saying world. Anyway, so the second option is allow text to be dragged and dropped. So if you have that checked, what it's doing is you could actually take the highlighted word and you could drag it up or down. So if you drag it up, it will drag it up. If you want to drag it back down, it will drag it back down. This option allows you to do this type of functionality. All right, next one is we have do not automatically hyperlink a screenshot. What is a screenshot? So screenshot is something that you take a screenshot of, let's say, of your web browser, and you want to paste that screenshot right here into your PowerPoint slide. So when you insert that, and if you have that option disabled, then when you are in PowerPoint slideshow, then you could actually click on it and it will take you to that link. So how does it work? I'll show you real quick. By the way, if you wanted to use that option, it will only work with Internet Explorer. So let's open up Internet Explorer. All right, so my Internet Explorer is now open. Now I will go back to my PowerPoint presentation, and now I am going to insert that in there. So click on insert, and right here it says screenshot. Click on this little drop down and pick this one. This is the one which I just opened up, which is the Internet Explorer. So click on it. It will paste that into your slideshow. Go ahead and close this design ideas. So let's make that smaller so it will fit into our PowerPoint slide. Now, if you click on the PowerPoint presentation slideshow, which is this little icon right here, click on it, and if you notice, it is showing up that same screenshot. And if you move your cursor over right now, it's like a pointing mouse. If you move this over, it's still the pointing mouse. It's not taking you anywhere. All right, so if you have this file option, advanced, and uncheck this and click OK. Now if you go to PowerPoint presentation, and as soon as, okay, right now it's not because it's taking the old screenshot, so I'm going to go ahead and do it again, this one. And it's telling you, would you like to automatically hyperlink your screenshot to URL of the clip of the capture browser? So yes, that's exactly what we wanted to do. Let's make it smaller again. And now let's go to our slideshow. And as you see on the outside of that picture, your mouse is the same way. As soon as you move your mouse inside, you see it changed. It's changed to that hyperlink type of mode where you click it and it will actually opening up another browser and it is taking you to the same URL. That's exactly what it is doing here. So let's delete that. Go to the next option, advanced, and the next one is maximum number of undos. Right now, undos, if you type something incorrectly, or if you have done, or if you're making changes in your PowerPoint presentation, you could go back or undo 20 times. If you would like to change that number so you could undo more than 20, then you could simply use these up and down keys to make it more or make it less, whichever that you want. I will leave it for default right now. Next one is cut, copy, and paste. This option says use smart cut and paste. What exactly is that? Now, if you notice that in this one, these menu, Microsoft is not giving you that little icon that says I information. I think it would be useful if they do. But anyway, if they did not to worry about it. I am here for you to explain it. Okay, so what is it doing? So let's say if you select this option. So if you wanted to select this axis and you wanted to cut that axis or copy it To cut it, you have to use Control X. To copy it, you have to use Control C. These are the shortcut keys. So I'm using Control C to copy it. Now, if I wanted to paste it right here in the middle where it says ease of access, I will do Control V to paste it. Control V is the shortcut keys again. Let's do Control V. And you notice ease of access, before access is giving you this space, and after access is giving you this space. So automatically your Microsoft PowerPoint adjusts that word and gives spaces from left and right. Isn't that cool? Yes, it is. I like that. All right, let's go back in and advance, and next one is show paste option button when content is pasted. So what is that? So when you are pasting, let's say I'm highlighting this again, copying it, and right now I'm pasting right here. Then you see this little thing that pops up right here. This is paste options. How do you want to paste it? Do you want to paste it, use the destination theme, meaning whatever the font that is used in the destination, it will take that font and apply it. If you want to keep the source formatting, if you are copying it and the source formatting in a different font, it will apply that same font that it had it. Picture, if you want to apply it as a picture, keep text only. If you do not want the picture, you just want the text, then it will only use that one. Many times when we copy a lot of contents from the internet, you do not want the pictures with that, you could use that option, then it will only paste the ones that has text in it. Isn't that cool? Yes, of course it is cool. There's a lot of cool stuff in there. All right, moving on. Options. Going to advanced, and next one, link handling. Open supported hyperlinks to Office files in Office desktop apps. So what this option is doing is, now since we have Microsoft Office on cloud, so sometimes when you try to open a file, it could open that file in the cloud. If you do not want to open that file that is saved maybe on your desktop and you want to use your own software that is installed on your computer, then you will say open supported hyperlinks to the Office file in the desktop apps. Pen. Use pen to select and interact with content by default. So I think previously what happened was when people would use like an external pen to draw something on it, it will actually select or it would work just like as a mouse, but somehow that option was taken away, but now it's brought back. What it's saying is use pen to select and interact with content by default. So if you have that selected, then your pen will work just like as if it's a mouse. If you don't have it, then your pen would work as if it's writing it on it. Alright, so if you have a pen, an external pen, then you could use this option and it will be very useful if you're trying to write down or explaining things as you're going through your presentation. Image size and quality, discard editing data. Now see, this one has a little icon. It says deletes data which is used to restore edited pictures to their original state. So if you have it, some of the pictures saved, then it will delete it once you save the file, and it will discard everything. Next one is do not compress image in file. If you're copying the images from a source to the PowerPoint, it will not compress them. It will keep it in the same images. I would say you could select that if you are concerned about the size of that PowerPoint. If the size becomes too big, then you do definitely want to compress those images. Default resolution, you want to leave it high default resolution, high fidelity. Charts one's properties follow chart data point for all new presentations. So if you are making changes to your numbers, the chart should adjust as you're moving it around. Properties follow chart points for current presentation. If you only want to have that apply to the current presentation, you select that option. Display, show this number for recent presentation. So if you have all the recent presentation, it could show up to 50 presentation. So what exactly that is, so, and you cancel it and go to file and click on before you clicking on anything, you see these are recent ones. See, right now I by default it's maybe showing like 10 or 12. You could also look at this saying right here, more presentation. See all of these, that's what it's saying, show me up to 50. These are all the presentations that I have done basically for my training, for other trainings as well, and it is showing there by default. So this setting is telling me that if you wanted to show your presentation up to 50, you could do it here. I think I don't need to see so many of them. I will put it 25. All right, quickly access this number for a recent presentation. Quick access, it's when you see it, you'll see the first few presentations that are quickly accessible, up to 4. Show this number of unpinned recent folder, that's also 50. What is unpinned? Let's go into file, and you're gonna see it's recent and it's pinned. I do not have anything pinned. If you want to have certain presentation that you use a lot of times, then you should pin them here. All right, moving on to advanced display. Show shortcut keys in screen tips. This is exactly the shortcut keys we talked about earlier as well. Meaning if you hover your mouse over to any of the commands or any of the controls, you see it says align left, and in parentheses it's showing Control L. That's what it's talking about. If you do not want to see these shortcuts, you could disable that. All right, coming back. Show shortcut keys. Okay, we covered that. Next one, show vertical ruler. What is a vertical ruler? See, the PowerPoint presentation has 2 rulers up there. One on the horizontal level and one on the vertical level. If you do not want to see the vertical level, then I'm sure you know what to do now, right? Okay. Next one is disable hardware graphic acceleration. Why do you want to do that? Maybe you want to you don't care about the image quality, then you could definitely have that enabled. Disable slideshow hardware graphic acceleration, pretty much the same. About the slideshow hardware acceleration graphics. Again, automatically extend display when presenting on a laptop or a tablet. So if you are taking your presentation and you're presenting on your laptop or tablet, it will extend its display and fit it accordingly. Also, if you notice, a lot of times people have the PowerPoint presentation showing up as an advertisement on the TVs, and TV is set upside down or in a vertical way. This will allow you to make that change. Show presence flags for selected item. Um, this option takes effect when you are working on a shared presentation with others. If you select an item that someone else is editing, a small flag appears indicating who is currently editing that item. So if you are working in a team of, let's say, 4 people, and all of you have to work on that same PowerPoint, but you have your own material to add, and that the person has his or her own material to add, while they are editing it, then it will show up a little flag that will tell you, that will indicate you, hey, this guy is also working on this. So it's about this. If you're not sharing with anyone, then you don't have to worry about this one. Next one is a show menu on right mouse click. So this is everything under slideshow. When you do the slideshow representation, then how it will work. Show menu on the right mouse click. So let's see how, if you have that enabled, how it will work. So let's cancel it. Let's do the presentation right here. This is a presentation, and when you do right click, you see this menu that shows up. This is what it's talking about. If you don't want to see that, you could disable it. Next one is show pop-up toolbar. What is a pop-up toolbar? Pop-up toolbar during your presentation or slideshow. Let's go in and click on slideshow. You see right now this slideshow is not showing anything, but you see on the bottom left corner, you see these very uh, hard to see. It's kind of like a grayed out, but these do perform certain function. Like this is a search if you wanted to do. This is if you wanted to view it in a slide deck view. If you wanted to write something, let's say if you wanted to use a pen and you wanted to write something on it, this is what you could use. Very cool features. If you wanted to go to the next slide, it'll go to, or if you want to go to the next step, it will click and take you from one to another. So, do you want to keep the ink annotation? No, I don't want to discard. So, let me go back to my advanced. Okay, prompt to keep ink annotation when exiting. See, this is exactly we just did. When I was exiting it, it prompted me for, do you want to keep that ink thing that you wrote it down? If you do not want to and you never want to use it, you could just uncheck it. Sometimes I do save it while I'm explaining, so this way if someone is recording it, they could actually also see it. All right, end with black screen. So if you have this checked and click OK, and you notice this is my last screen. Number 9 is my last slide. So if I go and do a PowerPoint slideshow and I go next, 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 and you're going to see as soon as it's finished, it's going to take me to this end of slideshow. This is a blank screen. So if you want to have that option enabled, so it will tell you, hey, you reached your last slide and this is the end, then you want to keep this checked. All right, print in background. Okay, print in background, you would have to select this checkbox to work in PowerPoint while you print your presentation. Printing can slow the response time in PowerPoint. Or clear this checkbox to turn off background printing when you want rapid response time while you work in PowerPoint. Alright, so this is about the print. Then you have other options with printing. You want to print in high quality, some print inserted objects. You could go through them yourself as well. When printing this document, use the most recently used print setting, which is set by default in your printer, and the last one is the general one, show add and user interface error. So if you are in a developer mode, then you could actually select this, so this way you could have all the error messages shared with your developers. Alright, so this is about the advanced options for the PowerPoint. I'll see you on the next lecture, which will talk about the customized ribbon and quick access toolbar.